Today, with the outstanding development of humankind toward Industry 6.0 and Web 3.0, the world is gradually changing, marking a great milestone in space tourism with the plan of traveling on the moon. The universe is becoming a new domain for space projects, no longer a fantasy. Moving toward establishing cities on the moon, the Himalaya mountain range has Mount Everest, the highest peak in the world, with an elevation of more than 8,800 meters. According to famous feng shui masters, that is called the Dragon's Tail, while the Mekong Delta, 9 dragons, and now Vin Long, Eternal Dragon, being the lowest plane in the world, is the Dragon's Head, the place where the highest spiritual energy of the earth converges, where the dragon releases the pearl, precisely the 5,000-hectare project On Bin Islet Enlightenment, which has been designed under the MBTAG copyright formula of King Attorney since 2020. In 2015, during a pilgrimage to the land of the Buddha, Ms. Phang Tu Hien, a Vietnamese of Hong Kong Chinese origin born in Chalun, encountered a strange phenomenon. When approaching Lumbini, the birthplace of the Buddha, she suddenly fell asleep, and upon waking, the number 10 clearly appeared on the index finger of her right hand. She mistakenly thought that her husband, lawyer Do Hu Chen J.D. Martin Doe, had secretly written the number while she was asleep. When the couple questioned each other, her husband confirmed he had not written it, yet the number 10 was still clearly visible on her finger. A monk living in the US who was traveling with the group heard the story and said it was a sign of perfection, completeness, and mission. Not everyone could have such a mark. Proof was that among more than 10 people in the group, only she received this signal. Upon leaving the temple at Lumbini, the number 10 on her hand disappeared. However, the phenomenon stayed deeply in her thoughts, shaping her later investment decisions, especially in the Mekong Delta region, a land contributing 40% of the country's annual GDP in agriculture and food, while still preserving traditional values passed down for more than 9,000 years. After returning from Nepal, she carefully wrapped a sapling from the Bodhi tree in the Lumbini garden and successfully nurtured 3 trees. She gave one to lawyer Tren Kao Fu, representing law, one to Professor Richard Loon, an international finance expert, representing finance, and kept one planted in the Do Tree Mean Villa later, representing tycoons. According to feng shui masters, the path from the Himalayas to Mi Tuong Bridge, stretching over 3,000 kilometers, is the Dragon Vein. Therefore, magnates agreed to establish 3 platforms named Novita, ESG Agriculture Platform, Transparent Investment Gateway Platform, and Silicon Anbin Islet Enlightenment Platform. This place is suitable to form a high-tech, innovative agricultural center 6.0, Web 3.0 for Motherland. And the urgent requirement is to have clear and transparent investment laws for investors to feel secure in pouring capital. With great love for An Bin Islet, a land whose very name evokes serenity and peace in her soul, Anthan Hamlet, An Bin Commune, Vin Long Province, Ms. Tu Hien, CTQ Cindy Tycoon Queen, following her husband's aspiration, decided to build the Do Tree Min Villa under the MBTAG copyright formula of KA on a 5,000-meter estate with a helipad and drone landing located on her husband's ancestral land, copyrighted since 2011. The villa's design inspiration appeared while she was visiting Tien Chau Pagoda. As she prayed before the statue of Avalokitesvara, lotus flowers bloomed in the pond below, and at that very moment, talented young architect Fan Quang Yi sent a design to J.D. Martin Doe's phone, which she immediately chose, a lotus leaf design resembling the pond. Although technically complex, architect He made it a reality, with major contributions from structural engineer Nguyen Van Ho, the late supervising engineer Nguyen Van Min, and especially chief commander and contractor engineer Leung Hu Fu, Karwin Long. This villa also became the prototype for later designs of 155 corporations. Recognizing the trend of trillion-dollar capital flows heading toward Vietnam, particularly the Mekong Delta, many investors flocked to the area to launch projects, build townhouses, or subdivide plots, each in their own way, threatening to disrupt the millennia-old ecosystem preserved for over 9,000 years of the Eternal Dragon. Lawyer Do Hu Jian J.D. Martin Doe, international arbitrator, chairman and CEO of King Attorney Corporation, and a son of An Bin, Vin Long, came from a family whose ancestors had settled hundreds of hectares of land around the An Bin commune headquarters for over 280 years. He has also provided legal consultancy to Vinlong Province so that investors entering the region comply with regulations and feel more secure with legal guidance up front. In this context, the social corporation Novita was born, with its name given by Professor Dr. Henry Nguyen, former director of the U.S. National Soybean Research Institute and former vice chairman of the World Plant Council in the U.S. The most representative project of Novita is the 5,000-hectare Onbin Islet Enlightenment, the result of more than 5 years of planning under KA's MBTAG copyright formula, based on the spirit of the people, by the people, for the people, and Lao Tzu's principle of planning in harmony with nature, planning as if not planning. The project's vision is embodied through MBTAG. M. Overview. No land seizure, clearance, or plot sales. Instead, consensus with 10,000 households and 50,000 residents through business cooperation contracts and smart contracts with Novita Onbin Cooperative. Preserve 5,000 hectares of greenery. Each household to become a high-tech 6.0, Web 3.0 tourism center, designed and built under Novita's master plan aligned with party and state policies. B. Expertise. In the air, JW Clab USA's Drone DAS, Drone as a Service, spraying pesticides with traceability and passenger drones. On the ground, ESG Circular Systems with Novita Poultry Feed, Novita Fish Feed, and Novita Biofertilizer, all produced from Black Diamond Biochar. This biochar is created by the Novita gasifier, originating from the great invention of Dr. Paul-André Olivier. T. Objectivity. Road traffic expanded to 5 meters using Novita smokeless vehicles, fueled by rice husk pellets boiling water for safe, emission-free transport, while yielding over 30% biochar. Waterways around the project served by Novita smokeless boats. The project aims to plant more than 5 million mangrove apple trees, build 5 squares, 5 silicon centers, 5 financial centers, 5 R&D hubs, 5 high-tech operations centers 6.0, 5 international standard chains of restaurants, hotels, resorts, 5 dragon-shaped tourist bridges high enough for luxury yachts, 5 film studios modeled after Hollywood/Hong Kong/Korea with international conferences and performances, 5 underground levels, 5 drone stations in the sky, 5 commercial centers, 5 aerial railway tourism systems, 5 yacht and seaplane docks, 5 world-class top model projects, 5 Vietnam top model projects, 5 statues of sacred heroes, 5 unique business models, 5 jade poems by poet Hu Nhia, using 5 types of tokens/stablecoins issued by Novita in Vietnam, Singapore, and Cayman Islands, advised by top U.S. high-tech expert Professor Dr. Nguyen Duy Luan and CTO Nguyen Quoc Tuan for over 5 years. A. Subjectivity. All Novita's intellectual property, IP, is packaged by KA Uni and exploited on the KA MIMO platform. The Novita platform is franchised by King Attorney source code, with more than 78% of Industry 6.0, Web 3.0 technologies, AI, big data, blockchain, NFT, DAO. Advised by United Nations International Tycoon Lawyer, according to MBTAG Copyright Metaverse, and United Nations International Tycoon Arbitrator, according to MBTAG Copyright Metaverse. Unchanging principle. The project must not infringe international or national security. No violation of Vietnamese law is allowed, not even for 2 million VND, less than 100 USD from the government, enterprises, or the people, since such violation could result in 6 months imprisonment. G. Benefits. All 50,000 plus residents will have e-wallets using Novita token/coin, with profits shared between the people and Novita at 78% and 22%. Capital sources totaling $755 billion from Rothschild, Rockefeller, Morgan magnates will flow through investment gateways in Singapore, Hong Kong, Cholan to franchise construction in 5 regions of Vietnam, each with 31 corporations, creating 155 corporations and 155 young, ethical, talented, transparent billionaires in the first phase, aligned with the UN's 17 criteria. With the immutable message, over 78% of the people's benefits, by the people, for the people, toward communism. Onbin Islet itself, where the project is deployed, is a land of sacred geography and outstanding people, producing more than 50 distinguished figures for the nation. Valedictorian Huan, Nguyen Hu Huan, Tuai Nak Hao, linguist Trung Vinh Ki, Nguyen Trung Truc, Trung Din, Boi Hu Nia, the late Academician Hero of Labor Major General Tron Dai Nia, late Prime Minister Vo Von Kiet, late Chairman of the Council of Ministers Pham Hung, Late Professor Dr. Hero of Labor, People's Teacher Wu Tongxuan. Academician Associate. Professor Dr. Win Ngoc Dien. Associate Professor Dr. Du Ngoc Bich. Hero of Labor, Engineer Ho Quang Qua. Professor. Dr. Ha Tan Tuan. Professor. Dr. Henry Win. Dr. Win Tan Mi. And especially the late Du Van Vei. Former propaganda chief Du Tan Hong. Late Governor Tran Minh T. All relatives of lawyer Du Hu Chien, J.D. Martin Du. The one who silently endured hardships after 1975, starting from scratch, working as a barber, owning no physical assets but only intellectual assets, while raising 4 children to achieve 7 university and doctoral degrees, was revolutionary, poet, and writer Du Hu Nia, war name Huang Huang, commonly known as Uncle Ba Nia, author of the famous poem K Ban, Mangrove Tree, which became the inspiration for the 5,000-hectare An Bin Islet Enlightenment Project. Alongside his devoted wife Tran Bok Twit, Hai Twit, they laid a strong foundation for their eldest son J.D. Martin Du to fulfill his aspirations. From the success of the An Bin Islet Enlightenment Project in Vinh Long, this model will expand to 5 key economic zones among Vietnam's 34 provinces and cities under KA's MBTAG formula. Zone 1, Bac Van Phong. Zone 2, Central Highlands. Zone 3, Saigon Cho Lan. Zone 4, Mekong Delta. Zone 5, Van Don. Then franchised to 5 international zones among 193 UN member countries. Zone 1, Singapore/Hong Kong. Zone 2, London. Zone 3, Dubai. Zone 4, USA. Zone 5, Australia. Looking further ahead, this will be the foundation to develop aerial and space cities under KA's MBTAG structure. Vietnam, Southeast Asia, Asia, Earth, Universe. With a 195-year strategy and a 1,000-year vision, contributing to Together for the Great Motherland. The triumvirate of Transparent Investment Gateway Platform, Silicon An Bin Islet Enlightenment, and Novita ESG Agriculture Corporation is of the people, by the people, for the people, contributing to the path toward communism, where the future world will be condensed into a single mouse click.